Now we shall examine process innovation under innovation what. See, there are four types of innovation: product, process, strategic, and domain. In this lecture, we shall fundamentally focus on process innovation. Now let's take an example. What exactly is process innovation? See, we are surrounded by processes. We are surrounded by processes, ranging from the process through which the water reaches your home, the system. The system through which the electricity reaches your home, the electricity distribution system, the water distribution system, the system for maintaining your grass, the hygiene maintenance system at home. Moving on, let's get out of the home. The system of cleaning your colony, the garbage collection system. Now, what are these? These are systems. So when we innovate on these systems, we invariably innovate in the underlying processes. And that is what is process innovation. And thus that is a critical area of application of the innovation competency. We are surrounded by processes and systems. And in case we innovate on these processes and systems, we obviously enhance the effectiveness of these processes and systems. And thereby we gain in terms of a better living standard or existence standard, or a better system of living, existence, performance. That is what we gain whenever we do process or systemic innovation. Let's take an example. Say the mobile phone documentation process. Whenever you take a mobile phone, there's a certain documentation that needs to be done. Now, in order to map a process, we can use these 5 symbols. Circle standing for operation, there's an oval, then there's a square, stands for inspection, D is a delay, and the inverted, and the V actually, V stands for storage, and the arrow for transport. Now, these are the symbols used in industrial engineering for mapping processes. In order to map any process, if you use these 5 symbols, you can make an effective process map. And for process innovation, process mapping is vital. This is an example of a process map. Say, this is the documentation process when you buy a mobile phone. You give some documents as a customer to the retailer, which is an operation. Then the documents lie in the outbox of the retailer. There's a delay of 1 day. Moving forward, there's a transportation. The documents are transported to the regional office. Thus, there's a symbol of the arrow which indicates transportation and the time that it takes, which is 2 hours. Then there's a storage at the regional office where there's a delay of 1 day. Then moving forward, it is couriered to the head office. Again, there is transportation symbol and the time taken is 1 day. And then there's scanning done at the head office, which is an operation, right? And subsequently it is stored. There's a storage. Now this entire process, how much time does the entire process take? That is consolidated under TAT, which stands for turnaround time, which is 3 days, 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is a process map. So whenever we want to innovate on processes, first thing what we need to do is we need to make a process map. And once we made a process map, we can innovate on it. Now this is an example of process innovation. Now the documents are given by the customer to the retailer, and rather than the retailer sending the documents, they are scanned by the retailer, and this takes a minimum amount of time. And for that purpose, the telecom company has to give a document scanner to the retailer, and this barely takes 15 minutes per set of documents. And then these are emailed to the head office server by the retailer himself or herself. And then there's a data quality check, and then there is storage, and the total turnaround time is 30 minutes. Thus we have moved, the process effectiveness has improved from the turnaround time of 3 days, 2 hours and 10 minutes to a TAT of 30 minutes. That's an example of process innovation. And when we look at a set of processes that work together to convert an input to an output, we are talking about systems or system innovation. Some examples of system innovation that we see around us. The biggest system that we see around us are the e-commerce systems such as Amazon and Flipkart. Now they have revolutionized the e-commerce system. They have revolutionized the way we buy products. And then moving on to the taxation system, the goods and service tax, the design of the GST, as well as the implementation of the GST, as well as the system of collecting taxation through GST. There's innovation in all of these processes, and thus is system innovation. Moving forward, if you look at personal transportation, the biggest innovation in the area of personal transportation is Uber, where a mobile app is utilized, for transportation purposes. Moving on, some further examples. Now, these are path-breaking system innovations. In the area of communication, we have seen the impact of WhatsApp and Telegram. In terms of group communication, WhatsApp has revolutionized group communication and also, of course, interpersonal communication. Nowadays, it is also being used for marketing purposes. Moving forward, as far as the traveling and hotel booking is concerned, GoIbibo is an example, of innovation in the system of booking flights or hotels worldwide. Now, what are these? These are examples of system innovation. So this is a second type of innovation. It's a major innovation, which is process and system innovation.